Hello and welcome to the SML podcast. This is SML Total Access. We're back in action. Me and ZZ the Great. What's going on, man?
What's going on, Prime? We're back in action. Christmas is over. The holidays are over.
Yes,
It's
sir.
time to get back to some Madden football, some SML football.
Yeah, it's time to get back to the routine, and
Yes.
I see it in chat all the time, and I kind of want to get your opinion on it. And Field General is one of the guys. I think Raider fan. I'm not sure. I don't want to quote specific guys, but a lot of people say superstars are breaking the game. Take them out for Madden 21. What's your thoughts?
Um, well, as you say, there's definitely a cult of guys that are in this camp, but I think it's a lot of the same guys that are in the camp of the animations or the computers against you camp. But from what I see, man, I kind of like the addition of the abilities. I think it adds that extra aspect, and it's not like Madden's not going to give these guys these abilities anyway. At least we get to see them, know what they are, and use them, and try to, make our guys seem a little bit more special than what a normal player is. Because I mean, individual players are special.
Right. Um, I have a fix for Madden 21. This is the ultimate
Yeah,
fix. And if
EA, listen up.
EA, listen up, everybody who's tuned into this podcast, here is the fix from the SML Go. They need to, Superstar and X Factors, they need to stay in the game. Because what was the biggest complaint for the past 10 years was Tom Brady doesn't feel like Tom Brady. Saquon Barkley's no different than
Yes.
Donald Brown. Superstar abilities do that. And superstar abilities make the big time players like Lamar Jackson feel like Lamar Jackson. But then you're going to hear the birds chirping, but Prime, they're broke. Look, I get it. Every new feature in Madden, every time EA adds a new feature, it's OP. Think about when they added the chain gang, when they added fight for the fumble, when they added a hit stick. Remember hit stick dudes was just their
Yes.
helmets was flying off and there's fumbles every play. Like,
Yes. Yes.
uh, and
They
then
overdo it.
they always overdo it, and it's for marketing. They just do it because it sells right off the bat, and they want it to make a big difference. So in this case, it's superstar abilities. And if we go back and listen to our original podcast on our first impressions of Madden 20, you and I had played a game, and I said the issue was going to be that superstar abilities I like, but there's certain ones that are OP, like Escape Artist, some of the abilities
Yes.
that Mahomes has. And I think what EA should do is they just need to tune these X factors or these superstar abilities down to make less of a difference, or give us as commissioners in leagues the ability to take out certain abilities or tune them ourselves.
Yeah.
Or if they don't want to do that, then they give the abilities by game mode, whether that's MUT. If you want to have those crazy abilities, leave that stuff for MUT and the sim competitive or, arcade mode. Arcade mode would have the crazy abilities, but sim mode, that can have just basic abilities. And I don't know. I mean, there's some basic abilities that don't make that big of a difference, but still make superstars feel like superstars. And I think that that would be the right track that EA could take. I do think superstar abilities need to stay. They just need to be tuned like
Yes.
every freaking Madden feature they ever add. And that's the
And
fix for EA.
and just to add to that, I would also agree that the X factor. You've talked about this before. I think the X factors need to be like tuned up a little bit. These X factors need to be better than the superstar abilities. Because if it's, I mean, if you're going to call it an X factor, and it's going to be a major benefit for this player, it should be better than armbar
Right.
or better than So these X factors, I think, would need adjusting as well.
Right, yeah, I agree with that. They could definitely do some tweaks and like X Factor. A lot of the times, I don't care if my players are X Factors. I just care that they're superstar and what superstar abilities. Like
Yeah,
for example, Luck has like freaking six superstar abilities, and I can't name them all, but perfect
yeah,
passes outside, throwing on the runs, perfect. I mean, some of those are
yeah, yeah.
a little extreme, I would say, and I can only imagine if EA is not careful they're just going to continue to roll out more and more superstar abilities. But to a certain extent, I like them. Like Justin Tucker can't ice the guy. He can't be iced. I like abilities like that
Yes.
because,
Yeah.
because I think at one point when you had guys like Vinatieri and certain kickers like that, it should be in the game to where they're different than your bum kickers. So I do like
Yeah.
where they're going with it. It just needs some tweaks.
Yeah, just need a couple tweaks. And guys, let's be real. I mean, Madden, it was better than I think the year before, and I mean maybe not better than 18, but it was better than the year before, and they've toned down a lot of other things, especially like the interception rate for linebackers and all that kind of stuff, which kind of sucks sometimes when you watch the ball sail right over your head.
Right.
But we want these guys to tweak these games. We don't want to play the same game every year. I
Right.
mean, and that's what you get if everything kind of felt bland and you didn't have these nuances and these animations and stuff. And like I talked about before, we wouldn't even have a great game. It wouldn't even feel like football if you didn't have animations, if you did not have certain like things that happen because you did something right or you did something wrong.
Right. And like you said, they did fix a lot of things. They fixed the superpower linebackers. Throwing is
Yes,
a lot better this game. I mean, if you have a solid quarterback,
yes, it
they
is.
can make some really impressive throws. I know you had Breeze for a while and Brady. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, you can
Mm-hmm.
really tell the difference in elite quarterbacks, and I think that's pretty
Yes,
cool. Um,
yes,
and just because you can't do something that you could on Madden 12 doesn't mean that the game's broken. It just means that the game's changed, which is what we want. We want the game to change, like you said. We want it to evolve, and Madden is evolving. And I think that the superstar abilities, just at the end of the day, they're good. It's a step in the right direction. Just tweak the
just
abilities.
just think about this for a second, though, Prime. If there was this so-called perfect game that could be made, wouldn't
Right.
you think that half of the people would still complain
Yeah.
about it?
Right.
I mean, somebody has to lose. So
Right.
anybody who loses or did not, get what they wanted out of the game, I mean, you still, I mean, I don't think there's such thing as a perfect game.
Well, I mean, think about it. If you, when you're growing up in school, or I don't, you play basketball 1-on-1 with somebody, and you beat them, and then the first thing they say is, "Well, you got lucky." So no matter what,
Yeah.
whether you're playing a game or you're in real life doing something,
Yes.
somebody's all when they lose, they're gonna have something to gripe about. So
Yes.
that's how it is in
That's
Madden,
why.
and it's
That's
just
why. That's why I'm the pro. Hey, if the lose game, man, when you lose, thank the guys, shake hands. You're better than me. It is what it
and on
is.
my side, 14-time champ. By the way, we didn't plug that, but I did beat
Yeah,
Governor.
yeah. We
So.
got both sides of the spectrum here.
Switching gears a little bit, I do want to just take a quick plug to the
Yes,
primer. We got some open
yes,
spots in the primer. Apply today, simmaddenleague.com. If you have somebody that might be interested, direct them my way. Let's get them in the league. Let's fill some spots. Let's make primer great, because at one
yes.
point the SML was at the level of primer, had open spots. It takes time. It takes time to build, and I think we're on the right direction with the primer. It's just going to take some time.
Yes.
So
We're making some adjustments with the primer because in the beginning we're just moving up guys who are active and who are good and this and that, and we're gonna make some adjustments to keep these guys in the primer a little longer so that we can build that foundation because it's no reason to find the good guys and then they leave the primer and come into SML and now the foundation's gone and we can't continuously build new guys. We just have to find new
right.
guys. So that's going to keep us stagnant if we don't develop some kind of foundation. And we're making some changes in that order.
And we do have some good up and coming guys in the primer. I'm excited.
Yes, yes, yes,
I've seen Polly's got a podcast, so we do have some guys in there that are making a name for themselves and trying to make that push to the SML. So it's exciting. Speaking of
yes, yes.
SML, though, halfway through the season or almost, we're at week 5. What have you thought about this season as we head
Uh,
to season? We're in season 4 already.
Yes, yes. Just a quick recap in season 4 in the AFC. Meats has become straight stud in the SML. Man, he's been kicking ass everywhere he goes, and he's at the top of the AFC right now. He's currently tied with you at 4 games, no losses. The big surprise is, of course, with the Chiefs. They've lost 2 games already.
Yeah.
Could this be the end of Haas's era? We don't know. I know we said this before, and then Haas goes 13-3, but it could. It's just something that I'm noticing out here. And then, of course, the Jets previous Super Bowl contender. Is down there in the 8th spot at 2-2. But of course, it is the beginning of the fourth season. We don't know what's going to happen here.
Yeah, a
And
lot. Go on.
yeah, no, go ahead.
Oh yeah, a lot can happen, like you said. Looking at the Jets, the Jets are about what I thought they were. A team that's going to make the playoffs some years and miss the playoffs some years. Meats has established himself. If it wasn't for me, he would have been in the Super Bowl maybe 2 seasons already. And then
Yes.
Haas, looking at Haas, dude. Look, Meats is established now. He is above Haas in the AFC. He's beat Haas in the playoffs once or twice. He's beat his
Yes.
butt in the regular season. Me,
Yes.
Haas is now the third best team with the Jaguars snipping right at their feet trying to become the third best team. Look, Dumba Haas is legit, and if he isn't in the AFC South, he's winning a division somewhere else.
Yeah, yes, the Jaguars. I've dumped on them before, on dump behind us, man. And like I said, I think last one of the other podcasts, I took it back. And this guy's legit, man. And he's showing consistent ability to beat good players. And he's a great team. He came in as a good team, kind of fell off the second year, but he seems to have rebounded back and adjust.
Yeah,
But switch, yeah, go ahead.
it's exciting to see some new faces, but like I think
Mm-hmm.
you're about to switch gears to the NFC,
NFC,
and things
yes,
are getting interesting in the NFC as you have Spooky World undefeated right now.
that is crazy.
That's crazy. And Grams looks like he's back. I seen Lawyer Killer just had a fresh freaking OG, whatever you want to call it, classic, the comeback, the return. He beat Oshi in a game. Lawyer Killer
Yes.
beat Oshi, so that's always good to see. What's going on in the
Yes.
NFC?
Hey man, NFC is always a toss up, man. It's a big bag of who knows what. And you can just shake it up every year, man, and you never know what you're gonna get. But you have some guys that are always gonna be there. And I put that at Future. Future's always gonna be. I think he's our toughest guy in the NFC aside from our previous champion, the Eagles, the governor. So I mean, other than him, I mean, the NFC is a grab bag, man. You got these guys who, like the Detroit Lions, are currently 3-1. When they're on, they play great. So I think I mean it's hard to tell like which conference is the best conference because these guys, man, they battle. Is it the fact that they're battling against each other and that they're that good and they're battling against each other all the time and who knows who's going to win every year? Or is it just the fact that, hey, we all suck and then, it's no
Right.
telling, oh, we're unpredictable. So I think that big bag of unpredictability is what makes the NFC kind of exciting every year. You never know.
I do want to make two claims here, and I want to get your opinion on it. First, on the governor, and he's won a Super Bowl this cycle, and people hype up Governor as the second best player, teetering to be the first best player. I think the Governor is overrated in the sense that I'm not sure if you saw his game against Mike FML, but
Yes.
he got freaking smacked. He got punched in the mouth by Mike FML. That's the second time in a row this has happened.
Oh,
2 seasons in a row now. So Mike beat him last year, and then this year Mike's beat him again. Governor has a very unique style of play where it's man pressure and he airs the ball out. And I feel like if you can beat the blitz, you beat Governor. And he doesn't have a wide variety of ways to beat you. So that being said, if anybody can figure out the blitz, I feel like they could beat Governor. Is that a overstep, or is Governor as great as? I just feel like nobody's cracked
are
the
we
code except for a few
are
people.
we Are we airing the code for governor?
Yeah,
Could this be the airing of the code for governor? Because I have experienced that with governor. He does blitz a lot, and if you beat the blitz, and you don't get a lot of opponents that blitz like as heavily as he
right. He's
does,
number one by far.
and yeah, by far. So and I don't think you're ready for it when you play him, and that could be part of it. But I do understand, and I've watched the man play a lot of times. He can adjust, and I've seen him play different styles with against different opponents. So that the blitz thing might be a preferable, style of gameplay or scheme that he implements against certain opponents or most opponents. But I can't take away the fact that the man's won 4 championships. And until somebody else shows me other than what I'm seeing, I still have to keep Gov at the number 2.
Okay. And now here's a real question that I think it's a tough conversation that we have to have. I love Future
Yeah.
Empire. He is one of my favorite players in the league. I mean, you're up there.
Hey,
Obviously,
I'm
Fields
I'm
up
not
there.
I'm a future supporter, man. He knows that.
Is he just never going to win a championship?
No, I don't think that's the case. I think I don't know what's happening when it comes playoff time for Future. I don't know if it's a pressure thing or what's actually going on, and I don't know if he plays in any other leagues or if he's ever won a bowl before. So I can't really judge it off of that. But I just know in the SML, Future kicks ass during the regular season. Anybody he's playing during the regular season, I mean, you can put down money and you can get a good bet if you bet on Future.
Yeah.
But when it comes to the playoffs, I mean, it's a whole different story, and I don't know what it is. And maybe we need to get Future on here and talk to him for a while and see if we can figure out what's going on.
Yeah, I would love to get Future on Total Access. Future, if you're listening, DM one of us, ZZ or
Yes.
Prime, because I'm a fan of his, and I feel like every year, you or I or somebody else is like, this is the year the Future Empire does it. He's gonna
Mm-hmm.
beat Gov, he's gonna beat Prime, and then what happens? He's either one and done, or he loses in the next round, and it's getting to the point where is he just not good enough, or is he the Dan Marino where he literally just chokes every freaking year in the
Yeah,
playoffs?
that's what we need to find out, man. And we need to get Future on here and talk to him, man. Future, we're gonna invite you on the show, bro. I want you to come on. I need you to defend yourself because I've always rooted for you, but I don't understand what happens during playoff time. I mean, and until you break that cycle, then. Oh, big surprise though in the NFC. We're gonna throw this in real quick. The
Yeah,
Washington Redskins are 2-2 right now.
and I
Or
played
I
him.
don't know if he
Yeah.
just play. Oh, you just playing him?
No, I'm
Oh,
about to. I'm about to. So
oh
he could have
wow,
another loss. Yeah. So
wow, that's big gamepad. What's going on, brother?
yeah, NFC has a lot of talented players. And just real quick on Future, I will say Future has been known as a running team. He had Russell Wilson, but he just drafted a beast running back. So watch out. I know I say it every year, but this could be the
Oh,
year with his
oh,
running back that he
ah,
does some damage. So
yeah, yeah. You never know, man. Give that man some weapons.
speaking of playoffs, NFL
Mhm.
playoffs, what's your thoughts on that? Switching gears a little bit.
Hey man, I'm loving the setup for the NFL playoffs. Hey man, the Patriots are looking to be sucky. They just lost to Miami today,
Yeah.
which I mean, what can you say? We got the Tennessee Titans. They're rolling in the AFC South. Of course, the Texans, AFC South champs. We played them today, and man, Derrick Henry just
He's a beast.
surpassed Chubbs as the leading rusher for the year, and he's a freaking monster. I don't understand how guys even try to tackle that dude, but I just think it's setting up with the Chiefs and and Watson and all these new faces, man. It's gonna be something special. We got the old heads, we got the Tom Brady's, we got Russell Wilson, we got Aaron Rodgers returning. So and then we got Patrick Mahomes and we got Watson
Jackson.
and yeah, and Jackson. This is going to be freaking awesome to watch. This is one of the most exciting years ever for NFL playoffs for
So
me.
what's your Super Bowl
I mean, in
prediction?
a long time. Super Bowl prediction. I mean, aside from me hoping that my Texans can get out the AFC, if I had to predict a Super Bowl, I think the Ravens might lose to the Patriots in the AFC Conference Championship, and they'll end up playing the Seattle Seahawks.
So you think it's Brady and Wilson?
Yes,
I think it's
if
everybody's
I'm putting money.
exactly, dude. If I'm gonna bet a large sum of money, there's not one man that I'm gonna put my money on more than Tom Brady and Bill Belichick. Every time
Yes.
people write these freaking dudes off, and what happens every freaking time they find a way. And I know they just lost to the Dolphins, but
Yes.
hey, it's the regular season, and there's still not one team I would hate more to play in the playoffs than the New England Patriots. So I got the Patriots coming out of the AFC, and it's going to be a battle of the old dudes, Brady versus Drew Brees, and that game's going to come down
Ah,
to the last drive, and I'll be excited to watch that one.
I would love to see that. I would love to see New Orleans make the Super Bowl. And what happened last year, and
Yeah,
I think the year before they had a bad run. They, I think they'll probably break that. But those are good picks. That or who else was I just thinking about? There was another NFC team that I'd like to
you
see
got the
that
Niners in
time.
there. You've
You got
got
the Niners, of course, Aaron Rodgers and stuff, but I doubt it
Rodgers.
ever happens. Yeah, the Niners would be another exciting team to watch and see if they could probably break this Patriots run. But other than that, man, hey, the NFL is great
Yeah,
right now. I mean, anybody who says they're not watching this right now, and you like football, you
it's truly anyone's game. And as we near our final topic, it's
yes.
barbershop talk. Bzz, bzz, and it's PS5 rumored to come out in November, holiday season 2020. So we're, look, 12 months away. Not even 11 months away. Maybe 10 months away. What do you think? Are you going to get it? Do you have to see the specs first? What's your thoughts on PlayStation 5?
There's absolutely no way that I'm not grabbing a PS5. I mean, as soon as it comes out, I'll be there. I'm gonna get it day one, and that's just me. I know it's not the same for everybody. Everybody's not my age. Everybody's not their finances might not be able to just go out and grab a PS5 when you're ready to grab one. But I'm gonna make sure, and I'm a gamer. I've been gaming since Atari, so I'm gonna have my PS5 on day
Yeah.
one. But I mean, as far as the SML is concerned, and our guys and our transition is concerned, um, I know we've had this discussion a few times amongst the admins of what it's going to be a change of a big change when we do this or whatever. But Madden will be out before the PS5 probably
Right.
drops, so you'll be able to play it on the PS4. I doubt if we have a serious transition, and somehow we'll reach a threshold where we're like, hey, if you don't have a PS5 by now, and once a certain amount of guys get the PS5, if there's 32 guys in the league, hey, and 27 got them, hey, dude, you better get one
Right.
soon.
Uh,
Yeah. So when that happens, hey, you gotta do what you gotta do. Hey, man, it's the next generation. You got to switch.
Yeah, I'm gonna be. I hope to be getting it day one. I'm gonna be putting back the. I think it's estimated around $499 new. So I'm gonna be putting
Yes.
back my $40 a month now, so I can just walk into Walmart, put down freaking $500 and be done with it. And because
And
if you start saving now, it's only $40 a month. Just don't go out to eat a few times and skip the movies, and you're good.
yes, yes, yes. There you go.
So,
and
so
in retrospect, it's fairly cheap compared to the newest,
right.
monster system that's on the market. Because I come from an era where Neo Geo was 600, maybe six ninety
Yeah.
nine
Well,
back in the early 90s,
even
and yeah, go ahead.
even PS3 was really pricey. When the PS3 came out, it was like
Yes,
$699 or something. I mean, that thing was
yeah,
freaking
yeah.
expensive. Uh,
Yeah, and if you Google like the price of consoles, and they calculate inflation and stuff,
mhm.
so I don't think this is going to be a big hit to the wallet for many guys.
Right. 2013 is when PS4 came out. We're heading into 2020. That's 7 years. What else can you
Yes,
spend it was $399 when it came out. $399 on that's going to last you 7 years that you're going to get hours of entertainment out of. You can't. It's the
yeah,
best
yeah.
bargain for the buck. And I'm going to buy it probably opening night, hopefully. And as for SML, I think that there's a lot of rumors of possibly backwards compatibility with PS4. So who's to say that
Yes.
Madden might not come out for PS5 till the next August, giving people more time? You're not too sure. So I know EA's money hungry, so we'll see how that plays out. But with the cross compatibility and all the stuff that there's rumors,
Yeah.
we're not sure what is potential for this PS5. So I'm excited. I'm going to be getting that
Yes.
opening night, and I'm excited for SML. I'm going to try going for 2 straight and 3 of 4. That's the goal. So
Okay, yeah, guys. We're in week
5.
4 or 5 here, and I mean the season's going along. Everything's exciting. We're ready to go. SML, greatest place to play. I'm ready. I'm trying to get my first win of the season. I had a bye week last week, so I'm ready to play. I might play tonight. Hopefully, I get a win. The NFC South is still open. I'm looking. I'm watching you guys. So I'm just excited, man. SML, the best place to play.
Yes, sir. I'm excited as well, guys. Thanks for listening. This is SML Total Access, the place to be. Future Empire, hit us up. Once again, SML Total Access. I'm Primetime. He's Easy. Once again, guys, thanks for listening, and you take it easy.